squad. Gotta represent squad. SHADDOLL squad. That should be Gucci. What's going on, you guys? Top in the morning, baby. It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing. Yo, representing Team Kings of Games. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how you can really combo off with Needlefiber. With SHADDOLL. So the thing is, SHADDOLLs can do so much, and just because they have a searchable archetype specific tuner, they also are able to make Needlefiber. I'm going to show you guys how you can make Needlefiber without actually activating any fusion spells and without triggering cross shape and things of that necessity. Pretty much without doing standard SHADDOLL stuff. So I will say the combo, the Needlefiber combo that I'm going to be displaying is what's been going around online already. So I did not come up with that, and I don't like to take credit from somebody else's genius work. So whoever invented that combo, shout outs to you, because that absolutely, I didn't even think of that. I wasn't even on that wave. But the Mathman Fool's Barrel Goods combo, the way that I'm getting to the Needlefiber combo, I did come up with this. I already pretty much hand-breaded the Mathman Fool's Barrel Goods combo and made it a thing to play goods and like the Lunalight engine and all that. But also, I thought about this combo. I was laying on the couch with a partial headache on the right side of my head, and I was like, we could totally do this. So I'm like, let's just do this video, yo, because we got to get content popping again anyways. And I kind of just been chilling with the fam and just doing a lot of other stuff that really isn't Yu-Gi-Oh related. But let's go ahead and get to the combo, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you're going to do this. The steps aren't that difficult. So what you're going to go ahead and do is normal summon Mathman, and you're going to use his effect. You're going to go ahead and send SHADDOLL Wendy from your deck to your grave, triggering her effect to special summon Ariel from your deck face down. Then you're going to activate your goods because it's good, and you're going to send one of the 3 copies of Incarnation that I play, because I've been telling you guys that card's busted. You got to like play more than one at least, you know, because it's once you banish it, it's gone, and you really don't want to be missing out on the grind game for that card. And just so many combos and interactions you get out of just this card alone. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and activate the Incarnation's effect in grave. I know this is convoluted and it's kind of weird because normally these aren't cards you use this early. But I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to show you how you do it without a fusion spell. Because remember, SHADDOLLs normally need a fusion spell to go off. I'm showing you guys how you can make a nutty board full of negates playing SHADDOLLs without opening a fusion spell if you just play basically the 3 stacks list, which is pure and not invoked. This is my 60 card list. This, I want to patent this one though, because I don't want no one going around claiming my sauce saying that it was theirs. But we're going to use the Wendy, target the Ariel, flip, and then Ariel, you're going to go ahead and use her to special summon the banished Wendy. Next, you're going to link into one of the spiciest link monsters that you could ever play in SHADDOLLs. Is Subterra Behemoth Fiendess. This is how you know. This part right here, this is original, baby. So we're going to go ahead and activate Fiendess's effect. It can send a full effect monster from your deck to your grave that is not for cost. So special summon one monster from your hand to its zone face down. I believe it's also face down or face up, but I'm going to do face down regardless. But I'm pretty sure it's just face down. What you're going to be doing is you're going to send another unorthodox card. This is how you guys are going to know that this came from your boy 3 Stacks, because it's playing the weird cards. That like people are still not playing their list because everybody wants to play Invoke Dolls. I understand that's the wave, and I'll see that Rock deck is taking the spotlight from everybody. So you're sending Hound from your deck to your grave to special summon Falco. So Phoenix's effect has resolved. So now separate chain link Hound, because this is all one effect. You send from your deck to your grave to special from your hand. That's one effect. It's resolved. So now Hound's going to be targeting this effect monster. Well, not effect monster, just targeting this monster on the field, changing its battle position. You're going to flip the Falco. Activate Falco's effect. You're going to go ahead and special summon the Wendy from your grave face down. So you're also building up your resources so that you have follow-ups. The next thing you're going to do is pretty obvious. You're going to take this Subterra Behemoth Fiendess. So cool thing is, if you did open fusions and extenders, you could potentially do other things, but we're just going to go ahead with the bread and butter. We're going to take the Behemoth Fiendess and that SHADDOLL Falco, which is a tuner, and we're going to go ahead into the Needlefiber. Halcofibrax, Halcofibrax, I call him Needlefiber. I play Crystons. You're going to activate his effect, and this is where it goes into the part that I told you guys I did not come up with this. In fact, I wasn't even thinking that way. So like I said, whoever is the genius that came up with this Cryston combo, you definitely get the credit, because dude, you're a genius, and honestly, people like you definitely deserve like that credit and that spotlight. So we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna pretend like this is the Jet Synchron, because I don't actually have a physical copy of Jet Synchron. So we're just gonna special this. That's the Jet Synchron, and you're gonna go ahead and link with the Halcofibrax and the pretend Jet Synchron, because like I said, I don't have one. and you're going to do this part of the combo that I think some or probably most viewers will be familiar with this point, because it has been trending around the internet and everything. So you're going to special summon the Mega Phantom Beast Auradon, and you're going to go ahead and summon 3 tokens. So we're just going to go bam, bam, and bam, and obviously you're gonna need additional cards in your hand. So this is a little different. Like I said, it's convoluted because it's not like it's a 1-card combo, but like I told you, you're doing it with Shaddolls and you're doing it without a fusion spell. So it's kind of like it's I would say, what's the word I want to look for? Like, it's kind of a respectable way. It's honorable what you're doing because you're committing so much, knowing that you weren't able to play. Because honestly, if you're doing this combo, you obviously couldn't fusion summon in the first place. And if you could fusion summon, that's even more incredible because you can have a window on the follow-up of this. But just be careful because the Herald of the Arclight, if you're fusing from your hand, your materials will be banished. So you might want to use Arclight to negate first before you activate L to fusion to window on your opponent's turn. So just be cognizant of that so you're not playing yourself, basically. So you're going to go ahead and activate this bad boy's effect. You're going to tribute his self and one of these delicious tokens, and you're going to go ahead and special from your deck the O-Lion. So, you know, this combo does require for you to play some bricks, but I just really wanted to show you guys that Shaddolls can pop off. You know, you see all these combo decks doing all these delicious things and making delicious boards and just kind of doing some phenomenal stuff, and I just want you guys to know, you know, Shaddolls can do pretty much almost everything. So you're going to summon out the O-Lion, you're going to synchro with these tokens and the O-Lion into your Warlord Savage, which is another card I don't have. So this is the Omega right here, that's the Savage. You can go, you know, Chaining 1, Chaining 2, however you want. You're going to get that Mega Phantom Beast equipped to the Savage, preferably not in the same column. O-Lion's going to trigger to summon the level 3 token. And then you're obviously going to get out your fake Jet Synchron that I don't have. Bring that bad boy back out. And cool thing is, you can actually synchro for 7 right here. So for example, if you're like, Herald of the Arclight's going to hurt me a little bit too much, you could potentially, like I said, synchro for 7, which is really, really cool because you do have 2 level 3s. Another cool thing is you have a Cherubini play right here, so there's a lot more spice that you can incorporate into this combo. Like, let's say your deck just happened to be this jank 60-card Shaddol deck, then obviously you could easily turn these into a Cherubini. Cherubini can do a myriad of different things. It's just all based on your brain cells, dude. It's your creativity. You can take this combo even further than I'm taking it if you just apply, you know, a little bit of your own spice to it and try not to just copy what everybody's doing. Try to think of your own spice, you know what I mean? That's one of the best ways to build a deck. You want to make it into you. Like, you want to make this deck the way you know, that you would build it. So you're going to obviously synchro into the Herald of the Arclight here. Like I said, preferably not in the same column. So you have a decent ending board. Cool thing is you do have a draw off of Mathman if he dies by battle. And Wendy, if she dies by card effect or gets ran over by battle, she's going to trigger. And you do have negations to protect the board. So like I said, it is a 3-card combo, so it's a little bit hefty. So don't get me wrong, you know, you're not going to be doing much with that unless, you know, you did open fusion spells, which is kind of like, again, then you probably wouldn't want to do this. But the main purpose of this video is just to show you guys that this deck can. Not that it should, or that it would, or that it's optimal or mandatory, but just that it could. That's the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from it. It's just that it could. So really just showcasing the power of Shaddolls, you guys, that it's such an incredible deck, and it really can do different things. Just having those 2 Omni negations is just really, really prevalent. It's really strong. Because typically, if you're not playing Invoke Dolls, you're not really ending on Omni Negates. You might have Appaloosa, Apkalone, you know, Dweller, but you're not having cards that can negate the activation of things. So it is just kind of cool that you have that. If you want to take in another brick, you could play Ceruvis the Ancient and Ascendant so that when the Herald of the Arclight negates, on the follow-up, you get a Ceruvis to protect your window from Imperm and, you know, things of that nature, Chalice. You know, anything that targets. I don't know if the Granite Synchro targets, but if it does target, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know. Of course, somebody's going to correct me anyways. But if it does target, then that could potentially stop them from doing that. But either way, just showcasing the combo. In real life, I don't play the cards that I use for the combo. Like, if you see, this even has different sleeves for my extra deck, and I'm putting them back now. I really just slapped them in the deck because I wanted to show you guys that, you know, this deck can. Not necessarily that it's supposed to or that it should, because I would not recommend it unless you just wanted to really go that route. The route I go is different from the route that you would go because, you know, I play Shaddolls differently. I'm not trying to really combo off unless I have to. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes when you're playing against certain decks like that Rock deck, you might have to combo off, because setting up cross sheep with 3 back rows, which I typically do, might not be enough, because they could potentially easily deal with 1 window, which I'm still trying to understand the ins and outs and the inner workings of that deck and know where its choke points are. You know, a lot of people are going to say what they hear YouTubers saying. People like Simo, they're just going to repeat what they say, saying stuff like, well, if you keep the monsters off the board. But it's deeper than that, because they have that spell that can just reborn them, and they're playing Block Dragon, they're playing all these generic cards, they're playing Onomatopoeia, you know, all these different cards. So I'm not sure, but this video isn't to talk about that deck. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys another cool Mathman combo for in the video. I do want you to check the link in the description box below. And there's ways you can donate to my channel. I would really appreciate that, but you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm not trying to pressure you. But another cool thing that you guys can do with this combo is... so let's go ahead and get like a nice bricky Shaddoll that you normally is good, but it's not that good. Like Beast, for example. So this is another way that you can do this combo. So yeah, and also I still have Team Kings of Games t-shirts, mediums and larges. They're $25 a piece, and I only have the color black right now. I know that there's some folks that are a little bit larger size, and I just don't have the size for them right now. So you're going to go ahead and normal your Mathman. And Behemoth Phoenix is pretty much the bread and butter of these combos I'm showing you. So it should entice you, or, you know, just inspire you a little bit to want to try Behemoth Phoenix out. Because I know it's a Subterra link, but Subterras don't even play it. So it's like, I don't think they're going to be too mad at us Shaddoll players for using the link that they don't even use. They're playing not even a Subterra deck. They're playing Guru deck, so they're disrespecting their own archetype. So you're going to go ahead and summon the Aerial. Obviously, it's doing the same thing. Normal, Sin Windy, effect, special Aerial. Goods for the trap, because the trap is good. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to go ahead and banish it. Flip that Aerial. Aerial's effect, special the Windy. Link it off. Cool thing is you can also, if you just want to combo off and fuse, you can summon Shaddoll Construct the link, and you don't have to have a fusion spell to go off now. You just need a Shaddoll. So you can make Construct, and that's pretty much full combo right there, depending on the composition of your hand. Obviously, you're a little bit hindered because you've already used 2 of your best effects, but you can still set up your optimal board that you were going for in the first place. But I want to show you guys more spotlight on Behemoth Phoenix. So you're going to make him, because it requires 2 flips, and those are 2 flips. Activate his effect. What you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to send the Hedgehog, and you're going to go ahead and special summon out, or better yet, yeah. Actually, yes. Send Hedgehog, just to generate advantage, right? Because that's what you want to do. Just showing you guys some cool things you could do with Behemoth Phoenix, even if you don't open fusion spells. Obviously, if you really should summon the Construct link to fuse off, but I just want to show you guys what Behemoth Phoenix can do. Send Hedgehog, special the Beast, Separate Chain Hedgehog, and you can go ahead and search yourself out another copy of Windy. Or another cool thing is you can do, this is what makes Hound so good. It turns Behemoth Phoenix into like so much more, because you could send Hound again, do the same thing, because it all resolves as one effect, and then you send Hound, Separate Chain Hound, flip the Beast, and then obviously you can go draw 2 and discard, and hopefully at that point you know you drew into a fusion spell, for example. But you know, again, you want to make Construct anyways, and then you can just do this. You can link those into Appaloosa, which is really cool. That you could basically make Appaloosa without actually fusion summoning, and you get to draw a couple cards in the process. You do burn through quite a bit of Shaddoll effects, and you only get 1 effect and not both. But you know, I'm just showing you guys different things besides what everybody else knows and what everybody else does. Just some cool interactions that may come up for you. It might be helpful. You never know. I mean, I'm trying to help Shaddoll players out there, and really trying to get these people out of that I don't want to call it the copy paste mindset, but just kind of get people to be bold enough to want to try something different.